Okay, so let me set the scene. A few weeks ago, I went and bought my dream second-hand set of golf clubs. I don't think I've left any stone unturned when it comes to the golf clubs in this golf bag. I went to my local Golf Clubs for Cash store, which is Warrington. You can go online, but I wanted to go and check them all out. And you'll see, guys, I personally think this is the perfect set of second-hand golf clubs. In today's video, I'm going to take on the final 5 holes here at Woolley Park Golf Club because these are the holes that always cost me when I'm playing around. I can never get through these holes level par. So today, that's exactly what we are going to try and do, and we're going to discuss just how much I actually spent at Golf Clubs for Cash on this dream set and how much I potentially saved if I was going to buy these clubs brand new. Guys, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. I've got some huge news coming very, very soon regarding second-hand clubs and the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash. So first off, we have the Honma Tour World TW727 430cc driver. This thing looks an absolute beast, and you honestly won't believe me, but this set me back less than £100. Crazy. It's got a lovely purple 65-gram stiff shaft in here. Let's try and take on the corner on this par 5. This club head looks absolutely gorgeous. And that's clipped the tree, but I think that is the perfect line to start off this video. Oh, can we just have a moment for how clean and sleek this head looks on this Honma driver? I'd personally never seen this, and I have practiced with it already, so I kind of know what to expect. Have I made a huge mistake just choosing a driver that was less than £100? But I bought it, to be honest, because it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's got an amazing purple shaft in there. Let's move on and talk more golf clubs. Wait till you see what's in there. If you've seen the video, guys, at Golf Clubs for Cash, then you'll know exactly what's in there, but I haven't talked price yet, and haven't talked exactly what I'm going to be doing with these clubs. And you see, this is a series of holes that I always struggle with, and I thought, you know what, rather than just jumping straight into an 18-hole vlog and seeing how I can play with these clubs, let's have a little bit of practice. Let's see exactly if I can dissect these final holes and just try and get through in level par. That is the goal. Guys, get in the comments below, and first of all, let me know what do you think to these clubs, but also let me know where do you want to see me play 18 holes with these golf clubs, because I want to play somewhere special. I don't just want to play somewhere that I play week in, week out. I want a real challenge. Right, guys, you can see even though we did clip the trees, we have managed to just get round the corner on this par 5. That was a good job it was 10.5-degree driver, because otherwise it would have smashed into the trees. We've got around 200 yards in. Let's go with a 5-iron. I've got Mizuno MP33 irons, absolutely gorgeous blades. You can see really, really kind of traditional. And these actually set me back just £195.99. So we're not even at £300 yet, and we've got the driver and the irons out of the way. These aren't going to be very forgiving. Let's see if we can put the best swing on them and try and get down on that par 5 green in 2. We haven't got a hybrid in, we've got a driving iron, which we'll talk later on in the video. Anything down around there would be brilliant. Oh, I've hit that so good. Just cut a bit. Don't go in the bunker. Bounce right, bounce right. Oh, it's bounced straight. That might be greenside bunker, but that felt absolutely glorious, and that is why these clubs in my dream set, because if you do strike them well, there's nothing that feels like a Mizuno MP33. Oh, that was so close to being good. Right, we're not on the green. We're either just short left of the greenside bunker or in the greenside bunker. The good news is I've got the best wedges ever released, in the best options, in the best finish, with the best shafts and the best grips on them. So really, we should be holing every single chip that we do have. I think we're in the bunker actually, so this could be rather difficult, but I've got Vokey wedges. Let me show you. This is what we're left with. You can see it's just rolled in and then rolled up that face and come back down into the bunker. Up and down for birdie though, potential. And you see the wedges that we have here are Vokey SM9s in a raw finish, which is, I think it used to be a tour only finish actually, but these just look absolutely gorgeous. I've got a 52 in a 12D grind, I've got a 50 in a 12F grind, which is the only ground you can get a 50 in, and a 60-degree, of course, in a gorgeous 12-degree D grind. So these are kind of digger grinds. They are designed if you do take a big divot. I don't particularly mind that too much. I just love the finish on them, to be honest. I mentioned about the shaft. We've got Dynamic Gold S400s in there. They look fantastic. Brand new grips, which you do actually see on tailor-made wedges. So someone's spiced those up a bit. These were actually £129 each. So these were more expensive than the driver. Let's see if we can put them to some use, and let's add that to the tally. Right, come on, we've been good out of bunkers all year. To be a lovely start to birdie this hole. Wait till you see the putter. Oh, the putter! Oh, that is delightful. Go on. Go on, sit. So good. So good. This set, honestly. Right, that was delightful. Putter, the head cover's already off, but I did go for an old school Scotty Cameron, and it is a Santa Fe. So it's before they started giving them loads of funny names, before they started putting loads of inserts in them, and that for me is just an absolutely stunning place to be. This set me back a little bit more. This was $399. This is pretty much a collector's item now, but this isn't the dream budget set. This is the dream set. I just feel like I've done well with the driver. The 3-wood's gorgeous. You'll see that in a second. And everything else is adding up to be a really, really nice set. This is the most expensive club in the bag, but you do use this more than any other club in the bag, so that kind of makes sense. Right, that putt actually ran on a little longer than what I thought. It's severe downslope past this flag from where I was coming from. We'll take that all day though. You could probably have a few goes at that and not get any closer. Let's take this serious. This is for a birdie. This is to go 1 under with 4 holes to go, and I always struggle on these closing holes. This looks so good. This looked gorgeous. So I feel like I'd hold that before I even made the stroke, because I'm so confident with this. Right, that is 1 under par, quite a nice regulation-ish birdie. Let's move on. Sorry to interrupt, but look where I struck that putt from. A little blade of grass, that is bang out the middle. Yes. Right, big dog time again. And this really shouldn't be a difficult hole, but it's almost my arch nemesis. You'll see there's a big lake over on the left-hand side. I actually sometimes hit it right as well. It's quite a wide fairway. There's no reason to not hit this fairway realistically. So we're gonna have a big turn of the shoulders here. Gonna try and really hit this hard. I feel like this drive is fairly forgiving, like for what it is. Let's go. By the way, if you're wondering about the tee situation, I'll tell you about the tee situation a bit later on in this video. That's a birdie, by the way. I love this thick grip on here. This is gorgeous. Stay there. Stay there. Stay! That's going to be close. That was a toey one. Turned over a bit. But unfortunately, that might be a drop ball. That might be in the hazard. It's exactly what I didn't want, especially coming off the back of a birdie. It just took a big bounce. Like, you know, when you get a toey one and it's going towards a hazard or an out of bounds, and then you see it leap away. That's sort of what gets you on this hole though, because you look at it and it does, everything kind of moves towards it. The ground manipulates everything towards it. You can't hit it toey there. No driver's going to help. And this is part of the problem on these holes, because you can really, like, I was so confident that I'm thinking, right, let's get 2 or 3 under, make a really, really good video. Put your foot down. New ball, please. New ball. What should we go with this time? Let's go. Oh, we'll go a nice tour response. I think it's further up, but I don't know. I'm not going to try and pinch too much. I think about here will be about right. It's not lying good, and that ball's massively above feet. We've got a 7. I'm just going to try and chip it up, land it around 120, 130, and let it release. Slightly open face. This could dig. We can make par if we get up and down. Tell you what, go on then, that's got to go, but that was the perfect line, and that's what I like about these blades. Yes, they're not forgiving, that actually hurt my fingers a bit, but you almost know exactly how that ball's going to move as soon as you hit it, depending where you've struck it from. That's actually gone long. Must have come out with so little spin on it. I can't believe that's finished there, but up and down for bogey and not all is lost. I must admit, I always think with shots like that, 56, yeah, that I'd rather go long, because going long, if you would have misstruck it more, you're going to be short, but at least you've given yourself a chance of getting to the hole. I feel like so many golfers there would have got it short because they've tried to hit like a hard wedge and then misstruck it. We need to get up and down here. Go on. That's stuck quick. Best hope this putter's still working. It's never dull, is it? Like, never boring. More difficult putt than the birdie one on the last hole, and if this doesn't go in, it's a very quick way of going from 1 under par to 1 over par. What did I say about these last few holes? These greens are like carpets, by the way. If you get a chance to come and play Woolley Park Golf Club this year, make sure you ring up and tell them I told you to come. They won't do you a discount, but it's just nice to come and play. Right, we've got the line, it's 2 cups left. Not hit it. You had the line, that's a double. Do you ever make a double and then wonder how that happened? Like, it wasn't a terrible drive, it wasn't the best drive, knowing there's a lake on the left, but then, don't know how I've made double there, that's 1 over par. How times can change quickly in golf. Right, get a head on, next hole. Let's talk about this 3-wood because it's a rocket, literally. Oh man, I absolutely love this hole. What a hole this is, and look at that fairway mow. The guy's working exceptionally hard here. M5, 3-wood, titanium, rocket, HL rocket, 14 degrees, weight setting in the middle, not in fade, not in draw. Seen better days, but I don't particularly mind that. I quite like an industrial looking 3-wood. I can hit off the tee. You could loft it down as well if you really, really wanted to. This is set a tiny bit upright, I think that setting is. I've not actually looked at that, so I've had a nightmare there. But this was just 12799. I don't think that's bad for a club which was like £350 just a couple of years ago. You see, this is where for me at Golf Clubs for Cash you can really start to get some absolute bargains. Yes, the putter that I got was a little bit of a collector's item, but I wanted that. That would be in my dream bag and I would pay that money for it. If you are looking for kind of a budget set, I guarantee this kind of low spin 3-wood would perform as well as kind of the new Stealth 2 near enough, or the Titleist TSR3 or anything like that. Just punt it down that fairway, 430 yards. Come on, no more mistakes. Right, that's the best golf swing I've made all year, and that's potentially the best shot I've hit in more than that. 126 quid. Right, I found that very, very enjoyable. To be honest, probably too enjoyable. There's one more club left to talk about. I've done a video, a standalone video on that as well. Stay tuned and let's discuss just how much money I've totally spent. Can we just show that ball flight again? Because that, so often when I do these challenges, there's always a club where you're like, you know what, that could. I thought it might have been the driver actually in this video. I thought that might have stayed in the bag for a little bit. Sorry, I was distracted there. Those spiders are, I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, it might be the 3-wood. I mean, I've only hit it once. I wasn't going to do a standalone video on it because I've reviewed an M5 3-wood before, but literally the reason why this conversation is taking so long is because that ball has gone absolutely miles. You can see now we are up in the left-hand side of the fairway. It was the perfect line for that left-hand flag position up on this green, which luckily today is nowhere near that massive bunker. Okay, we are downwind. We've got about 140, but it's uphill. This is playing at probably about 145 with the wind and the gradient. That is a tight flag though. If they miss this to the right slightly, then we're going to have like a 2-3 tier putt, which you don't want at all. Let's try and keep it up that left side. That'll be good. That is all over it. Who are you and what have you done with James? That's gone long. I mean, the strike was good. The strike was perfect. Does anybody else have a set of irons where they go and hit them and it instantly makes them a better ball striker? That's what I feel like these MP33s do with me. Just make me think and work that little bit harder. I know I like these wedges, but I wasn't expecting to use them that much in a 5-hole video. That's going to be a very difficult chip now. I think it's gone longer. It's gone long. It must have gone long. Okay, going to try and play a similar shot to that last chip shot, a little 56. It's not going to spin too much, I don't think. We are in the rough here. We've gone that far long. Ball pitched just here, so it was a 9-iron to be honest. I over-egged it a little bit. Sit, 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 sit. That ball flew wonderfully. You know, when you use the TaylorMade striping, you can see the feedback on it. Gorgeous. Guys, real quick one, if you are still here, I just want to give you a huge thank you for watching these videos, supporting my channel, and to be honest, just enjoying the golf content. If I can, I'm going to throw a bonus hole in right now. I'm going to film the par 3 because it's one of my favourite holes and no one's on it. I'll throw that towards the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned because that could decide if we break par, over par, or I'd take level par, to be honest. Right, we've not had any tap-ins, have we? Well, we had the one for double. That sort of felt a little bit like cheating because I filmed the good putter review yesterday and I literally had this putt like 5 times. I'll put it on screen now for you. Really did just feel like I couldn't miss that one, but that is a par. So we've had a bogey. No, we haven't had a bogey. We've had a birdie, a double and a par. Just an eagle and a bogey in the next two and we've completed the lot. Right, this is another one of those holes that can get a little bit, I don't know, do I go, the driver's let me down a bit, that was massive. We're into the wind though. I don't want that in. I might hit that off the last. Let's go. Big dog. Spoiler alert, guys, I've just filmed the third par 3 as a little bit of a bonus hole for you. Make sure you do stay to the end if you want to see it. All I'm going to say, I'm not going to spoil anything, all I'm going to say is my ball striking with these irons, the way I have been hitting the ball recently, I can't believe what's happened so far with them, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm going to talk you through this little tee thing as well in a minute. I've absolutely ripped that. Come on! Yes! That felt and sounded so good. And it's kicked left into the hazard. How's that kicked left? I mean, it's not faded, has it? It's gone bang straight. But the tee thing, basically in South Korea, if you get a birdie, your caddy gives you a gift. And our lovely caddy gave us, me and Stuart, it's a little tee thing so you don't lose your tee, and it's a birdie. So yeah, cool. Right, that has got in the hazard. I don't think there's any water in there, so we should be able to play it. Honestly, I don't know how that, like, I've hit that, I'm thinking, right, that has to fade back into the middle because I've hit it really good. Touch heel if I'm being super critical, but that ball flight looked like it had to fade and it just stayed. The wind's off the right. Golf pro, apparently. Right, I don't think there's any water. I can see the ball. I can see that's lucky. There is water in this bit, but it was a really well struck shot. The ball's there. We should be able to just maybe get it up there somewhere. Is it a hazard if I ground my camera? There's a ball here. What's that? Anyone want a Srixon? No. Right, can't ground my club. We are in the, this is 2 hazards I've got in, and this is what happens on these holes. Right, I've got a chippy 6 with 150, 160. Let's try and get this controlled the distance. It's not a bad lie, actually. That is so good, James. Where have you been? I don't know if that's the right distance, but it's bang on line. I'm buzzing with that. Proper late push for these things to potentially go in the bag. I mean, I quite like that they've got bag clatter on them as well. You know, like, you don't always want a fresh blade. These have got stories to tell, haven't they? Stories to tell. I bet they've cost a few guys club championships. No wear marks in the middle of them. Sometimes you look at the 7-iron especially, and they have big coin marks in them. Not a coin mark to be seen. Right, if that's close and we birdie this after being in the hazard, I feel like it's been a success. Is it close? You'll see before me. Can't see a ball. Can't see a ball. Still can't see a ball. Oh, it's in the bunker! Ah! I mean, where's that pitched? I thought that was all over it. It must, you can see the sandmark, it must have like gone. Funnily enough, I filmed in this bunker yesterday as well with a golf ball video. I feel like I'm reenacting yesterday. Oh, that is awesome. If I do say so myself out of that lie, that's next level. These wedges are so good. I've never actually thought about going D-grind, but it does make sense because it just kind of helps glide through sand and rough a touch more. I mean, that finish is just gorgeous as well, isn't it? I feel like this video has been made for this putter. I never have this amount of putts at this length, ever. This has got to be another left to right. They're all very similar putts actually as well. Come on, don't make another bogey. In fact, we've not had a bogey yet, have we? This misses and we eagle the last and we've got like the holy trinity of scores. This needs to go in though, we can't be relying on that. Oh, It's like a maths equation, isn't it? An idiot plays 5 holes. He has a double, a bogey, a par, an eagle and a birdie. What does he score? Imagine if we do eagle the last now, that'd be like unbelievable, wouldn't it? Right, first port of call, hit the fairway with this. I would go this, but I can't make an eagle with hitting this off the tee, but I'll talk you through it. I've done a video on it already, so that's either on the channel or coming now. It is a PXG Gen 5 0311 driving iron. It's got a hazardous shaft in it, and that set me back just $99.99. Again, I feel like that's a great bargain. They were a little bit more than, well, a lot more than that, brand new, weren't they? But you can go back in there, and you're coming with me. The key here is the fairway. I'd take a birdie, to be honest. The goal was level par. We're 1 over, aren't we? So, somehow, that's what I want this driver to be. Just a gorgeous fade down the middle. That's what I expected this to be. Let's just replay that a few times because that ball flight's delightful. And that has to be the bargain of the video, the bargain of the challenge. £99 for a driver, which a lot of people might never have heard of, but probably performs as well as something 3, 4, even 5 times the price. Gorgeous. Not gonna lie, I actually feel a little bit nervous about this shot coming up because that's the perfect drive. We're going to have about an 8 iron into a bit of wind, as you can probably hear. Imagine 5 holes and you've had everything. Oh, really nice to step up there and actually hit a good drive as well down this fairway. It's a perfect flag location for it as well. Just right hand side at the front. Busy car park today, really busy. I've got a 7, we're 1, do I hit a chip? I'm going to fade a 6, mainly because we're into the wind and I do feel like you're not going to make birdie if you're short, but if you're a tiny bit long you'll have a putt at it. Whoever's put that flag there, by the way, like that is enticing the captain's bunker in as well, isn't it? Oh, that's Stu, that's a Stewart flag. Fade, ball above feet. It's all the concoctions of a bit of a mess, this, if I'm being honest. Straight at it. Oh, it's thin, but it's at it. Is it destiny? It's up there! Oh! It's destiny, he shouts. Let me just show you. Let me, that far away. And it honestly, it looked at one point like that was going to go in. They're so good. So good. And I honestly feel like there is more artistry to this. Like you almost kind of have to forget the number on the bottom and the yardage and think, right, feels like I can manipulate this. It feels like I can play that shot. That for me, you got a 3 iron in there, by the way, for that price as well. I didn't mention that. 15 clubs in here, so I've effectively cheated, but I was never going to use the 3 iron because I wanted to show you the PXG. But I feel like you do get a bit of forgiveness there, but also you don't need to go, oh, my 7 iron goes 160 yards, so that's what I'm going to hit. Nope. Play it, feel it. Be the ball. Right, it's actually a little bit longer than what I thought it was, but if you look at where that's pitched, to say we were trying to hole it, I mean, it's not a bad, yeah. I've also just had the sudden realisation that I'm 2 over par, not 1 over par, so that had to go in to be level par, and this is for 1 over. But I've really enjoyed myself. Do you ever like play golf and kind of not score very well but really enjoy yourself? That's where I'm at today with this video. I almost don't care what I've shot. This is for 1 over through 5. It's a really difficult putt. Bonus hole coming up. Go on. Go on, it can't stop on the down slope. Right, let's get to the par 3 and see what we can do. Par. Okay guys, bonus hole, par 3. I don't know what we've finished because I haven't got there yet. 150 yards. I'm going to hit the 8 iron. Guys, if I can birdie this hole with this 8 iron, I will put these irons in my bag for the foreseeable future. There you go, I've said it, and part of me really wants to birdie this because these irons are stunning, and I've left my ball is here, fantastic. I love how these feel. Right, it's an accessible flag. Can just get down that left side. This blade length looks so good. Oh, it's all over it. I couldn't see it. Go on. That could be close. Look at this divot length. I'm trying to be quick because I know there's somebody down We've cut in a little bit, but but it's the handling first. Check out that length of divot. Oh yeah. Right. I think that's good, you know. And you see, to me, this is exactly what this kind of challenge is all about. It's going in, having fun, searching for the golf clubs, going in, having fun, buying the golf clubs at Golf Clubs for Cash. You can do it online as well. You don't have to go to the store. I personally prefer going to the store, and then it's about having fun, playing with them, testing them, seeing what shots you can play, what can you score over a certain amount of holes. It doesn't always have to be 18 holes. I'm really hoping this is close. Like, I had a hole-in-one on here last year to a very similar flag when Laura was with me filming, where, it's a little bit long. It's a great effort, but it's a touch long. Let's see if we can roll that bad boy in with the Santa Fe. Oh, definitely should have driven down there. I would have anticipated that to stop a lot quicker, if I'm being brutally honest. Okay, this putt, to put them in the bag. Can't believe this is as far on as it is. Right to left, nice pace. It's a gorgeous roll. Have you hit it? Go on, go on, go on, go on! Oh, I roll it so good with this putter. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I've got no idea what score we have finished on there. I've absolutely loved this challenge so far. If you have too, smash that subscribe button. Go check out the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash if you like second-hand golf equipment. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.